And without further ado, I'm going to start at the cheapest and work my way to like really expensive stuff. So let's get into the lengthy, girthy list. And I'm going to start it up with an excellent fragrance. Bam. For fall, winter, Bentley for Men Intense. Oh man. So with all these, I'm going to try to keep it pretty brief. I'm going to hit you with the performance, and then I'm going to give you my impression of the smell. Performance. Excellent all-day eternal fragrance. If you get it on your clothes and in your hair, it's there forever. Starts off really, really whiskey boozy, kind of like alcohol smelling. Pretty bold fragrance, pretty abrasive, right at you, but it dries down warm and becomes like this vanilla, smooth, rummy fragrance. This one's nice, very warm, ambery kind of scent. Bentley for Men Intense. I always thought it was kind of a joke that a car company would make something that smells like a DUI. Anyway, that is my take on Bentley for Men Intense, which is a excellent fragrance, and I like it a lot. So, let's put that in the bin. I have so many, guys. This is going to be crazy. All right, here's something for the office. It's better in cooler weather. This is a clone of Prada L'Homme, a musky iris fragrance. This is Riffs Avant-Garde, okay? Avant-Garde by Riffs. And very nice fragrance. Super clean, musky, but like a really nice makeup-y kind of lipsticky iris. Soapy and fresh and just super inoffensive and mass appealing and safe. A little bit light, so very light fragrance. Nothing too like really beat you over the head at all kind of fragrance. Not too floral, but there is like this floral note in it. Yeah, performance is good. It's better than Prada L'Homme in my opinion. It seems to actually last longer because that musk, that soapy kind of musk, that sweet lightness sticks around even after the florals are kind of really gone away. This is a clean fragrance though. Very good for all-rounder and very good for cold air. Very nice in the cold air. So I have, this one's awesome. This one's great. I don't wear it a lot in the hot months, but I don't even know if you could see this bad boy right now. Check it out. We got L'Aventure Night, okay? L'Aventure Night. Sorry for the fingerprints. I kind of, in a panic, just started grabbing these fragrances because I want to show you. This one's a reflection beast, all right? You can see it's very reflective. This is L'Aventure Night by Al Haramain. Now, Al Haramain's super cool. They have a lot. This, with the little boxes, there's a Creed Aventus one. There's a bunch of them. This one, though, stands out to me. It's a green Irish tweed clone from Creed, okay? And it's very close. I mean, and probably from what... So I don't have green Irish tweed, but I have worn a 10 ml sample, and I've gone to the store multiple times and sprayed green Irish tweed all over. This lasts longer than that. It is not as high quality, right? But it's so close, I can't really tell in the air which one is which. You know, I did the arm test with these and everything. Sure, if you want to spend $400 or $300+ even on discounters for the original, go ahead. But this is like $20, $30 zone, and it gets you very close to the Creed Green Irish Tweed. And man, I love this one. Definitely sweet. It's got a clean kind of smell. Clean linens kind of smell. If you've smelled Davidoff's Cool Water, very popular fragrance, a good fragrance to reference for this one. It does have Cool Water kind of reminiscence and vibes. There is some lore in the fragrance world that one of the two companies, Creed and Davidoff, cloned the other fragrance. So I don't know if Davidoff came first and dropped Cool Water and Creed cloned it and released like a $500 version of it or $300 something version of it and named it Green Irish Tweed and changed it a little bit. They are different, obviously, but they're such a similar DNA family that it's such a coincidence to me that they actually found each other copying each other. A really high-end company and then like a budget cheapie that's like $20. So anyway, this is L'Aventure Night by Al Haramain, and I'm really happy I picked this one up. It's going to last me a long time. And it has that Green Irish Tweed clean smell, but lasts a little bit longer, and it's literally like 5% of the original price or some kind of mathematics that I'm not prepared to do. Here's another cheapie that actually is way over its power level. Like, this thing It's nice, okay? It's not debatable. This is nice. People like bash Cremo. Cremo has a lot of crappy scents. But this spice and black vanilla from Cremo, excellent. And actually I got the idea of this off a guy who I used to work with. He was one of the students actually. Shout out Nick. You know Nick. The guy's always styling. He's got like incredible style and always looking good, smelling good, dapper. He's got all kinds of so leather shoes and everything. But this is a Spice Bomb clone. I don't know if it's Spice Bomb Extreme or the Spice Bomb Original, kind of like DNA. It's sweet. It's like sweeter than you think. This is a sweet fragrance, like that black vanilla, I guess. And very lightly spiced, not like crazy on the spices, but it's really good in the air, and it's like a nice alternative to buying the designer scent. I think this was $18, so you can see I've worn it a bunch. I definitely enjoy it. Has imperfections kind of floating around in the juice. I can see like stuff floating around in the juice. So, you know, performance is fine. I used to smell it on him all day, and he didn't even spray that much. He would always tell me like 2 sprays he did around the neck here, and he's like reeking all day. So it smells good. I like the DNA of Spice Bomb, and this is $18. Get close enough to it for me. Now there's another guy who used to wear Spice Bomb, so I got to be around that a lot too. Notable difference in the air. This one's obviously a little bit less nice, but it's still very nice on its own. Okay, spice and black vanilla. Definitely recommend. These are all going to be cheapies at the beginning, and they're all cheapies that I wear in the winter. I'm not telling any of you guys to buy this stuff, but this all works. It's all working really nice for me. Lattafa on the Shama Caprice. Okay, this is YSL YSL La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. All right, give me a break. It's a mouthful, just like this list. Anyway, La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique clone. Done a little bit warmer. Done way less delicate, a little bit more heavy-handed on the mix here, but you get that cardamom thing, you get this like blue kind of element to it, a little bit more masculine, maybe it's lavender, just toned up a little bit. Very warm, beautiful fragrance. I mean, it's cloning the DNA of a masterpiece. I mean, La Nuit de l'Homme, one of the best fragrances ever created, in my opinion. It's just so nice, right? So sexy and calming, and this is very, very in that vein. Now, these aren't really for me. This one's not like a compliment piece, but you know, usually when I wear this, I go heavy on it. It lasts well, and I like smelling it on myself all day. It is not like buying the original, but for now, I'm getting away with this cheapie, and this cheapie actually does things that go way beyond what it costs to me. So it did a really great job at cloning that La Nuit de l'Homme DNA and making it that Bleu Electrique flanker a little bit more clean, kind of a little bit more masculine. Maybe it's lavender that they upped, but yeah, it lasts pretty good. You know, all day at work. I work a 9-hour day. All day at work, dries down pretty close to the skin nicely and just kind of sits. The original La Nuit de l'Homme does not last that long, so this one lasts longer than the original, which is a bonus for me. Okay. Let's drop it in the bucket. 2 Alexandrias. I think there's more, okay? But we're going to just hold these 2 in my hand. Green Envy. For those of you, the other fragrance that is the other clone that is cloning Greenly right now. That's on the market. It's sold out everywhere. It's like AETHER by Fragrance World or whatever. That's all sold out. Yo, nobody's looking at Green Envy? Really? Nobody's looking at Green Envy from Alexandria. I used half this bottle already, okay? I just got this in June. Used half the bottle already. I have a huge fragrance collection. Me and my fiance are nuking this bottle. Green Envy, okay? This is that Greenly clone that everybody should be looking for. It's not sold out. And the Fragrance World clone that is super hyped right now, it's sold out. I think this is excellent quality. I compared them, and I've tried blind testing my fiance, and I've smelled them myself, and I can't tell the difference between the real Greenly and this. The only thing I'd say is this probably lasts longer. You know, this definitely lasts longer. When I was wearing this, my one hand, my whole arm soaked. Got the Greenly on the other arm. Green Envy does the job, baby. It's excellent. Alexandria always hitting the ball out of the park. I have samples that I'm wearing right now in my hands. I'm just loving them. Alexandria's a great house. Don't believe the hate. Don't believe the hate. Definitely don't. One of my favorite houses. All my buddies are getting into Alexandria. That's just very accessible for new DNAs. Love it. Not sponsored by them, but hopefully one day I could definitely do some business with Alexandria because I do love their stuff. They do great. Alexandria Purple Haze. Okay, this is Purple Haze. The only downfall of Alexandria, my only critique, all these bottles look the same. And on camera, I don't know if you could even read it half the time, what the name is, right? So they got to make some new bottles identifiable, like something a little bit different. But for the most part, they're saving on that cost, and they're putting all the cost into the ingredients and the construction and the research. So this is crazy. Purple Haze. BT Scents got me into this fragrance. You know, he was always hyping it. I was like, what is that? That sounds good. Let me go check that out. And I'm glad I did, because guess what? Purple Haze is a clone of Psychedelic Love. Sort of feminine fragrance, right? And it's marketed kind of in a purple bottle, so it's very like pushed towards the feminine. It's got like this really smooth vanilla floral thing, and this creaminess, and like this kind of just a touch of this like white kind of almondy floral thing. Oh my goodness, it's so sexy. Long lasting and beast mode. And the sample, if you see the color of the juice, I have a sample of it. Color of the juice is like this dark color. It's so friggin' rich. It's just rich smelling and just beautiful and a little bit feminine, so don't go crazy. But in the cold air, this is beautiful. In the hot air, kind of like gets nuclear on you and burns off, but it still sticks on the clothes and hair forever. Like, I do the nighttime spray test where I spray a bunch around me and I wake up in the morning and I smell. And if I could still smell that in the morning after hours and hours of sleeping and moving and rubbing on the sheets and it's like on my clothes, if I could still smell that, that's a beast mode. This thing's beast mode. It does a great job all day. Soft, very sensual, sexual fragrance, okay? But definitely nice for the winter. All right, still trying to move faster and faster through these. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover from Alexandria. I've talked about this before. It's like a cinnamon apple pie kind of dessert, but also like a liquor kind of drink, like with cognac in it. And it's, look at it. The color, I would drink it. And the way you smell with this, it's like a holiday friggin' candle, like one of those gourmand, beautiful, like someone's baking stuff while you're pouring rum or you're pouring cognac, I'm sorry. That sweetness that's in that dark kind of rich cinnamon apple pie kind of beauty on this one. It's definitely nice. It's syrupy and sugary and sweet and gourmand and delectable. Yeah, okay. Lasts a really great amount of time. When I run out of this, I'll be getting the original, Angel's Share from Killian. But Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, out of all the clones that I've had of this, best one. Also, these fragrances are like 7 feet away, and I have to like reach over there and grab them, and there's still so many that I'm literally inundated. Hope you're ready for a long form video. I mean, I did say this was a long, girthy, lengthy list of fragrances. This is a cool fragrance. This thing's awesome. This is Ragba, Wood Intense. I believe this is Latafa. This is Latafa. This is a cool little fragrance right here. It's very Middle Eastern smelling, but it smells like they took By the Fireplace by Mason Margiela, or Maison Margiela, and it smells like they took By the Fireplace and they said, all right, we're going to clone it, but we're going to twist it into something a little bit more Middle Eastern, kind of like smoky, wood, sweet marshmallow thing going on. I mean, I got to spray a little bit, baby. Oh, yeah, let's do a little bit. That's a crazy dense, look at, I don't know if you could see this friggin' wet. It's just wet. My God. There's got to be some kind of synthetic oud in this, too. Like a sweet kind, just a touch of it. Yeah. Smokiness, like By the Fireplace, kind of sugary marshmallow notes, and like this incense, like Middle Eastern kind of incense burning kind of smell. Very friggin' nice. Not a mass appealing scent though, but definitely strong beast mode. I haven't used that much. I didn't need to. It's very strong. Couple, 2-3 sprays, and you're like, yeah, 2-3 sprays. You're really pushing this thing. It's nice though. I didn't understand it when I first got it. I didn't really kind of get it, but when the winter rolls around and you're walking around with this on and it's like snowing, forget it. Beauty. So warming and just like rich, inviting. Very, very nice. A touch gourmand too. It's almost like a smoky marshmallows kind of in there. Pretty cool. Smells like burning woods and like smoky marshmallows. Very synthetic though. Very like a high-end version of this probably do a better job. But for this, man, this was like a cheapie. 18, 20 bucks. Rockball Wood Intense. Awesome. Latafa. Awesome stuff. Doing great. I'm still in the cheapies. I didn't even get to the designer yet, let alone the niche and the high-end designer. Tom Ford's clone. This is a knockoff of Oud Wood. This is Woody Oud by My Son Alhambra. It's actually Latafa, I believe. Yeah, My Son Alhambra is Latafa. This smells like Tom Ford's Oud Wood. It's got that rubbery, wet kind of oud woods, like this dank kind of soaked, marinated dark wood. Very interesting. There is like a rubbery kind of note, like black rubber, like fresh. Open a box of like tires for your bicycle, and you smell that black kind of like rubber. Yeah, that smells like this a bit. Interesting, kind of juicy woods, weird Middle Eastern fragrance. Take on Tom Ford's Oud Wood, but it actually does smell a lot like Oud Wood, and it performs better. Oud Wood tends to kind of just dry down pretty quick, and then I haven't gotten compliments from that one. Oud Wood actually got me some weird responses. These aren't work safe. I could never wear this to work. I don't know how people say to wear this to work. I just, not for me, man. I just seem offensive with this kind of. But like for running around and errands and just kind of clowning around and being lighthearted, if you dress nice, this could complement that too. It's nice. It's definitely nice. So Woody Oud. This was such a cheap. It was so cheap when I got this. It had to be like $18 to $20, and it was a fun speculative buy. Nothing too crazy here. I haven't really put a huge dent in it, but when I'm feeling like wearing it, it's there for me, and I do like reaching for that when it's cold out. Here's probably the most nuclear one on the list, besides a few towards the end. But this smells like a guy that I met. I met this dude. He was wearing a $700 fragrance, and I was like, "What is that?" I found a clone of it. It is called Oud Touch by Frank Olivier. Now this thing is a dangerous, dangerous weapon, okay? It's a rose oud fragrance. It's cloning a Dior Privé line fragrance. Oud Ispahan. I think Ispahan is a place in Iran. Anyway. Oud Touch. No, it's a place in Pakistan, I think. Anyway, please go look up where Ispahan is, but it's basically called Oud Ispahan. It clones that. That's a $700 fragrance. This one is like $18 I got, and blind bought this. Just I didn't know if it was going to be a good clone. I'm afraid to spray this, okay? It is so nuclear powered, beast mode, unforgiving, unrelenting, punishing, but beautiful in the air. Very tough when you first spray it. It's just like it's very, very hard on you when you first spray it. This bitter, there's a barnyardy kind of oud smacking you around in here, twisted with the rose. It's very balanced, even though it's like nuclear and pushing. When this guy comes to my job and I see him, I smell him the rest of the day. I smell him I know when he's there without seeing him. I could smell him in the waiting room. He comes out, does his PT, leaves, and I smell him the rest of the day around the table he was at. That's this. He wears a lot of heavy oud fragrances from the Middle East, and it sticks around, and it smells amazing, man. It smells great. Maybe he's overdoing it, but this smells just like that $700 fragrance. I don't care what you say. In the air, this smells so freaking close. It's ridiculous. And I smell it all the time on this guy. So when I wear this and I smell this in the air, it gives me the same vibe of a $700 fragrance. All right, it's a Dior Privé Oud Ispahan. Go check that out. I would have bought that, but I don't have that kind of dinero. I don't even know where you find that. So Oud Touch, Frank Olivier. It's definitely niche powered, like clone. Niche powered, low end stuff. Like, it's crazy how they pulled that one out of nowhere. I'm actually intrigued by that house. So I'm wearing this right now, Vintage Radio by Lattafa. It's a clone of Inicio's Paragon. Basically, the most defining thing about this is it's got a sweet, kind of warm, spicy, kind of not too spicy, very, very gentle and sweet. There's a plum kind of thing, and I love plum as a note. I was wearing this around. It's not like the craziest performer, which is a good thing. It does hang around and has this whole vibe to it. It kind of like comes with you, and it's very nice in the air. I get the whiffs of it coming by. It's not like super beast mode or relentless or anything. It's very nice wear. Like, it's a pleasant wearing experience. So I definitely give this high marks for even though it's not my kind of fragrance that I usually wear. It could tread. Let's get a spot. Okay, it could tread on like a kind of plasticky Play-Doh kind of smell, a little bit of this like Play-Doh kind of smell in the best way. You know, Givenchy Pie also has that, and a couple things have that note. Soft Play-Doh-y. Little synthetic, but nothing too strong, right? It's a nice little cloud that hangs around you, and it's very mass appealing. So it's a nice fragrance. It's not like something that's gonna take the hair, you know, it's not gonna burn your eyelids off. Nobody's gonna be offended by this smell. It's very nice. Okay, and actually, whenever I do wear it, my fiance asks me, she's like, "Oh, what is that? That's really nice." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's this little weird thing. Looks like a toaster oven on there. You got like the Eggo waffles going in here, right there, right? You got the dial, put the Eggo waffles in there. That's how we used to do it back in the day, kids. We had regular toasters, not air fryers. But anyway, it'd be funny to see like in 100 years when Lattafa releases vintage air fryer. Anyway, this one's sick. I definitely like it. Super cool, cheapy, and it's got a pretty nice looking bottle. Like, actually could fit some vibes, like for sure. If you have a room that's like kind of whatever this vibe is called, I don't know if it's like Art Deco. I don't know anything about interior design, but yeah, this could be like a piece in the room. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's not bad. Was very curious about that one when I first saw it. It's kind of got this sandalwood kind of thing too. It's very nice. I definitely recommend for the winter to check that one out. The plum note is also all up in my. I love plum notes. All right, this one, here we go, Camera. This thing won Fragrance of the Year on Fragrantica in like 2 different categories last year. It beat out like a lot of other ones in the unisex and the women's and the men's. This thing was on the top 5 of like everything, okay? It's a sick bottle. This is Lattafa again. A lot of Lattafas on this list, even though I am speculative of their house, they do have a lot of bad fragrances. They have a lot of stuff that's just like, why did I do this to myself? This one's good though. It's like the Angel Share DNA, kind of in that direction, but tones down the spices, ups the sweetness, brings in a coconut vibe. Even though it's not listed, it's like I get this coconut vibe. It's like a dessert, kind of nutty, praline, vanillic. You do get some booziness, but there's also like, I'm gonna just spray some in the cap, just a little bit. There we go. Coconut vibe, boozy. Nicely done. Nicely done. I don't smell any perfumer's alcohol, and I just sprayed it like. Usually you get an alcohol blast, you know, on the cheapies. Sweet fragrance. Like it would give you a cavity. A little bit nutty, a little bit boozy. Nice. Cognac kind of deal in here, or something in that vein. Like not a whiskey really, like just more of like a sweet gourmand kind of nuke. This thing's strong too. Not work safe. Definitely performs well. Yeah, it performs really well. Nothing too bad about Camera. It's pretty nice. There's another flanker of it that I'm curious about, but honestly, I haven't really gotten even halfway down this, and I'm not thinking about getting another one in this category yet. I'm gonna get the original, so that's what I'd rather just save up for the original at this point. But along the way, these were all pit stops in my journey. I did a lot of research before I bought any of these. Sometimes it looks like I might have impulsively blind bought a lot of these, but no, I actually like sat there and did some research, listened to a lot of people talk about them, and then I was like, you know what? This looks like I could try it, or let me try this DNA. I don't want to get the $200 version. I'll try a cheap version of the DNA, see if I can even wear that DNA in the first place, get familiar with it. Then I'll move my way up and get some of the nicer ones. So I have one more cheapie, and then they start two more cheapies, and then they start getting into like designer, a little bit higher end territory. This thing's sick, okay? This is in the air, in the cold air, even in the summer. This is Armaf Club de Nuit Salage. Sorry, the name is just really... That's that Club de Nuit right there. Is it upside down? I'm so sorry. Club de Nuit. Fingerprint magnet. I keep trying to wipe this thing off for you guys, but like, yo, Club de Nuit. Gotta keep wiping this thing off. Club de Nuit by Armaf. This is Salage. This is a silver mountain water clone. Silver mountain water. Literally looks like a silver bomb right here. This thing's crazy. And the bottle's heavy. It's like a heavy bottle. You can feel it. I think it's 120 mLs. 105 ml. Watery wet rose, okay? Airy, kind of metallic with this tea thing that's going on. This like dark tea metallicness. And this wet, watery, floral rose kind of thing with this mineral kind of smell. It's unbelievable, okay? It's so strong, it could definitely wreck your head. If you have a headache, this one's very synthetic and strong, but my fiance wears this. I wear this. There's a lemony citruses in here too. I smell the citruses right off of it. Yeah, this gets in the air. It's strong. It's beast mode version of a silver mountain water DNA, which if you guys sample the creeds, you'll start to learn that they don't last as long as you might want them to for expensive fragrances. Sampled a bunch of the creeds, and I'm usually underwhelmed by, like, I literally bathe myself in it and it's gone, and I'm like, what the hell? This thing though does not have that problem. The whole Club de Nuit line has some excellent offerings. Definitely worth the collectors to look. Even casual people, like if you want something that's kind of like out in nature, cold mountain air kind of thing, it's crazy good. This thing's great. I love it. So definitely Club de Nuit Salage. We actually got down to this much. That's a good dent for this strong fragrance. Yeah, we're getting through it. Even though I got a lot of fragrances, that one definitely holds a good spot. I have 4 Duas here. All right. So Dua, the House of Dua has a lot of like absolute hits. It also is a controversial house. People kind of hate it because there's this thing called Dua Funk, where they think that some of their fragrances, maybe they used to have like a strange chemical that they used that nobody was like used to, or the mix downs weren't right. So there's this going thing about Dua having a Dua Funk. There's a Dua Funk, oh yeah. And if you go on like Reddit and you do like, how's the House of Dua and reviews, you'll start to see that people like kind of hate it. But I've had great experiences. Some of these are like top 10, right? Like absolutely bangers, excellent fragrances. So don't believe just like people generalizing. Yeah, these are sick. All right, Plumlicious. Plumlicious is unbelievable. I love it. Look at the plums on it. Okay. Plumlicious. 30 ml bottle, 35 ml bottle, something like that. That 30 ml bottle, nothing too crazy on the size, but this is an extrait de parfum. It lasts a long time. It's loud. It's fruity. It's a clone of Tom Ford's Plum Japanese, or Japanese. I don't know really how it's supposed to be said, but Plum Japanese is discontinued. I never had a bottle of it. I never smelled it. That is just the information I'm giving you. Plumlicious, though, on its own is sick. I love it so much. There's actually other clones that other houses make of Plum Japanese, but Plumlicious, perfect for me. Super fine for me. To me, have used that much is actually a lot. You don't need to spray too much of this. It's strong. I got the idea from Cubano. He was pushing this. Cubano's a huge fragrance YouTuber, and he's excellent. A lot of the other guys who hyped this up for me, like Juan from Fat Boy Fragrances, is awesome. He loves Duas. My boy BT Sense loves Duas. He always talks about the new Duas, Alexandrias, Montaignes. He's all about that life, and I support that. You know, Juan shows us some really good stuff from Fat Boy Fragrance, and I listen. He's shown me a couple of really great ones that are in my collection. So Plumlicious, I got from the YouTubers, listening to them talk about it. It comes up, and then guess what? I get curious, and I'm glad I got this. Then I got Casino Room 540. This is the Baccarat Rouge 540 X-Straight in the cold air. Forget it. This thing's beautiful in cold air. I love it so much. In the winter, middle of winter, this thing just like sweet, airy, kind of slightly, there's like a touch of this like saffron kind of thing going on. Sweet, baby. Oh my goodness. This is like a cavity, right? Not a gourmand though. It's a sweet, but not like something you would want to eat. Like it is a little bit candy-like a deep kind of red candy. Yeah, it definitely smells. I'm smelling this so much right now. This thing is absolutely nuking me right now. This arm off Club Dating, it's on my arm and just like radiating up because I'm hot now. This gecko light makes me hot. Oh man. Oh, I'm smelling great. I don't know if you could see how shiny. Man, see how shiny my elbow is getting? I sprayed that Plumlicious. It's all beaded up in there. All right, these are X-Straights de Parfum. They're just like super dense. Yeah, it's like spraying butter on my arm. Absolutely. This thing, sweet. Not for everyone, but it's the X-Straight version of Baccarat Rouge 540. That's the version that I like more. It's got, I guess, more ambroxan or ambergris or something in it that makes it kind of like have this watery note. A little bit of this like wet, watery, slightly metallic, very synthetic stuff. You know, this isn't for like the faint of heart, to be honest. It's very powerful, but it's sweet in such a nice way. And I smelled the original on someone, and I had to look into the DNA because I was like, dude, what is that? You smell fucking awesome. And then I checked it out, and I got this one, and I did a lot of research to get this. I have a bunch of the Rouge 540 DNA clones, but this X-Straight clone right here does the job for me. Definitely does the job. Performance is great. It's so loud. You gotta be careful with the sprays. This one became one of my top 10 fragrances of all time. This is One and Only Jazz Club. I'll be re-upping on this for sure when I run out. One and Only Jazz Club is a mashup of Dolce & Gabbana The One, which is a masterpiece banger, and I'm going to show you that one next. And it's a mashup of that and Jazz Club by Mason Margiela. But the thing is, it took like the best elements of both of those, put them in this. It got the weakness of the Dolce & Gabbana, kind of like how it's like, it's not known to be a beast mode. I want to be fair to it. It's actually pretty good. But it's got that like cardamom kind of tobacco thing going on. Very, very ambery and nice and just like warm smelling, but also it's got this vanilla that they borrowed from the Jazz Club DNA, and that like slightly, it plays with the tobacco kind of, slightly boozy, but also fresh and masculine and so nice. This thing's great. It's got a little saxophone on it, and it's great. It actually lasts like a really long time, and I love wearing it. I love spraying a lot of it. It's just so pleasant. Dolce & Gabbana The One DNA with like a little bit of vanilla and some other facets that just make it like woody and just nice. It's excellent. So excellent. I actually really enjoyed this, and I think it was $35, and I used a coupon, and I got this thing for like in the 20s, 30% off, $22. Hell yes, brother. Hell yes, brother. Yeah, okay. If I didn't buy the originals first, I wouldn't even get them. I would just keep buying this. I'm okay with that. I found one more cheapie just kind of straggling here, and then I'm done with them. This is nice, especially for cooler air. I don't like it in the summer, though. This is Ishq Al Shayuk Silver. I grabbed this because BT Scents is one of his favorite scents. He loves wearing it all the time. Every time I see a video, he's talking about this. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get it, experience it, and I'll talk about it when I experience it more. But as of right now, I've been wearing this thing. This is 1 Million Lucky clone. 1 Million Lucky is a flanker of Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. It's a little silver bar. You've seen it before. If you haven't, it's pretty available. You see it in stores. The 1 Million line is very popular. This is like a sweet... It's a sweet, like, kind of mass appealing, almost a little bit nutty, kind of. Like warm smelling. Let's go over. Yeah, very mass appealing, kind of generic smelling almost. But good for a lot of different situations, and sweet in like a non-offensive kind of way. I smell this on a lot of people. I smelled this today on 2 different people. This kind of DNA, this Paco Rabanne DNA. Smelled it on 2 times today. My boss wears the Paco Rabanne 1 million elixir, I think, or the parfum. He wears that DNA, so I get to smell that all the time on him. And then one of our patients was wearing it today for sure. Side note, I did smell Imagination on a lady today, and I actually said, "Are you wearing a Louis Vuitton fragrance? Is it Imagination?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's crazy. How'd you know?" I'm like, "Well, don't worry about it. But I wear a clone of it all the time, and I can't wait to buy the original one day." To be honest, though, don't need the original. That Alexandra Visionary is holding it down. But anyway, this thing, it's nice. For a cheapie, it smells like that Paco Rabanne stuff. I don't personally like that DNA so much. So I'm cool with not having spent that premium price on the DNA, and I still get to experience that kind of mass appealing in that warm kind of way. That Paco Rabanne 1 million deal. So, will I ever own Paco Rabanne 1 million? I'm not in love with the DNA, but this one takes the spot for me for all the other ones, and as a cheapie, fills that void. I'm cool. I don't need to even buy those. I got this. I'm happy about that. So, thank you, Ishq Al-Shayuk Silver from Latafa Pride. Okay? You're doing a good job here. And BT Sense, thanks for the recommendation, because now I don't need to buy. It does a really great job cloning that DNA, for real. Doesn't last like super duper long or anything. It goes away, but I smell it on these guys all day, so maybe the original might have more staying power. I don't know. I have to do some tests before I scientifically back what I just said. Dolce & Gabbana, the one. This is the EDP. This is the second fragrance I ever bought. First one was the EDT. I went from the EDT, I got the EDP because I had to know, I just had to do it. This is awesome. It's just an ambery, warm cardamom, kind of touch of tobacco. This one's a little bit less sweet and a little bit more spicier and a little bit longer lasting in a way than the EDT. The EDT is sweeter, a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. This one's a little bit darker, denser, woodier, spicier, okay? Not spicy fragrance at all, but it has like more going on in the spicy. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, okay? Done. That's all I have to say about it. And I still prefer this one because of that vanilla and the way they kind of blended that hybrid scent. Smoked Old Fashioned. So I already talked about this the other day. Smoked Old Fashioned. Smells like the whiskey. I smell it off the cap, okay? This is Bath & Body Works Smoked Old Fashioned. And I actually got it right, Bath & Body Works. I didn't say Bed Bath Beyond and Body Works, which is, I always mix those 2 stores up because I'm suffering from mixing up those 2 stores. Anyway, Smoked Old Fashioned. Smoke, whiskey, and these oranges, this kind of gourmand orange thing. It's bright, it's citrusy, it's mouth-watering. It's very nice. In the air, it's beautiful. I smelled this on someone else, made me get it. It's discontinued, I believe, so good luck finding it. I got it for a great price, actually. I got it on a deal a long time ago now. I think it was last summer that I smelled this, so it's over a year ago that I got this. I can't find it anymore. This one in coffee and whiskey, you have to like probably pay extra for now. Like it a lot. Definitely not expensive. Givenchy, Gentleman, Reserve Privé, Boozy, Iris, Woods. Kind of like a different kind of Diorum Intense in a way. It's got that lipsticky kind of iris touch, which is like this purple kind of flower that's soapy. It's definitely a note that I like a lot. It is a freshie, like a fresh note. The whiskey in this is like kind of not too dominant. Like I have another one on this list that I'm gonna show you in a minute. This one's Gentleman Reserve Privé, so definitely nice. Darker, boozier, dressed up, going out to dinner. Lasts a good amount of time. It's pretty strong. It's kind of dark, a little bit sweet. Let's see. Good sprayer. Oh yeah. Very nice. Yeah, that's good. Gentleman Reserve Privé. Very nice. Boozy kind of fragrance. Dark. Something something dark in this. There's something like the wood barrel. Like it's got that wood barrel kind of finish to it. Nothing smoky about it though. Very smooth, very dapper fragrance, very dark kind of cloud around you. Givenchy, baby. Givenchy. All right, let's get into some. I'm gonna 2-for-1 these, okay? I'm just gonna lump them together. Both of these do a great job. This one was super hyped. The Elixir, this is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. It also was like a award-winning fragrance of the year last year on Fragrantica, okay? I've used this much. So it's down to the ribs. I've already said this guy's down to the ribs. He's starving. One of these bottles is way bigger than the other, even though they're the same size. Let's see what we got. 125 ml, 125 ml. Oh no, that's my other bottle, sorry. I mixed that up. Anyway, 125 mLs. Probably 160 bucks. I think I got this for like 85. So do what you will with that. One is twice the price. This is twice the price because it's hyped. It smells really nice though. It's a really soft, kind of subdued version of like that bright fruitiness on the other ones. These are the two like most mature, kind of classier versions of the DNA. If I had to recommend one of these, I'd say the Parfum gets it done. They're nice. They're very sweet and loud though. They got a lot of like vanilla, honey. This one's got honey. The lavender's done nicely. There's a touch of that. It's just like this really loud, sweet kind of DNA. If you never smelled the Le Male DNA, they're all very similar, but they have like distinct differences in the line. But the thing that makes them a really cool house is that you can smell the construction, and when you smell a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance, you know it's a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance in the air. Like I could tell walking past someone who's wearing a Jean Paul Gaultier. I commend you. I'm gonna do these long forms, and you guys, you get what you deserve, which is extra long. Very, very long videos. Girthy videos. Tom Ford Black Orchid. I can't wait till the winter comes to wear this. It's just this dark, earthy, floral, spicy, kind of like complex, a little bit actually very challenging fragrance, not mass appealing at all. A lot of people don't like it when they smell it. This one and the Parfum kind of smell so similar to me, but I prefer this one probably because I own it. I have bias towards it. I did wear the Parfum the other day, sprayed it all over in the store, and it's just as strong and ass kicking as this one. It could be gross to you, you know. This is not for everyone, this scent. But I'm glad that I discovered this, okay? Lasts a long, long time. Relentless, okay? Absolutely strong nuclear flower power, baby. This is a spicy, dark, like orchid fragrance. There's like all kinds of florals in here. Tons of ingredients and notes. Earthy, kind of patchouli in here too. There's a little bit of cacao chocolate kind of thing in here. Forget it. Forget it. This I've had for 2 years now, and I've only used that much because I don't need to spray that much. So it's a beast mode, long lasting, beautiful tobacco scent. I got my buddy a clone of it and he's loving it. Charuto's Tobacco Vanille, that thing's awesome too, but someone gifted me this, you know, someone gifted me this sample, and it's just lasted me. I mean, how many years is this gonna last me? I don't know. I don't wear it all the time, but this is like specifically for cold weather. If I lived in cold weather year round, I'd probably wear it way more, but holiday scent, this is the thing right here. I will get the original bottle when I run out of that. I do like it quite a bit. Azzaro. This is the Azzaro, the Most Wanted, Parfum. Okay, Most Wanted Parfum. This is one of the sweetest fragrances I have. So synthetic and sweet. It's so hard to explain this. There's like, it's like if you took bubblegum sweetness and just kind of like amped it up even more and just made it like more high frequency kind of. There's tonka bean in here. It's just all kinds of, not a vanilla sweetness at all. More of like this synthetic. It's still kind of fresh, but in like a ambery kind of way. This thing dries down nice too, so you can go smell Azzaro. This one and the black bottle. Those two are the ones for me. Those are the best ones for me. I'm stuck between the two. I meant to buy the black bottle. The lady sold me this, and I'm happy she made that mistake because this thing's awesome. This is the one with the amber bottle, glass bottom. It's kind of like a revolver on top. It's got the Azzaro on the top there. So beast mode, so strong. I almost sold this bottle, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm going to have this for a long time because it's a beast mode, strong fragrance that's going to last forever. It's a really nice winter scent. Smell this on other people occasionally. There was one guy who I was smelling this on a while ago, and it reminded me. I was like, okay, that is loud. It's got this like kind of nutty kind of approach to it as well, like a nuttiness to it. Super sweet, warm fragrance with like this nutty thing. Not for everyone for sure. But yeah, it's super nice. I definitely like this one, okay? It's beast mode. It's going to be in my collection as long as I can have it. And then I have two final fragrances. We got to the hour mark, guys. That was my goal, is to make this an hour-long video, even though I'm trying to go pedal to the metal. Here's the last two fragrances. Dior Homme Intense is a masterpiece. It is unbelievable. It is perfect. Lipsticky iris. It's got this wood. It's got this cashmere kind of wood thing going on. Just like perfect winter scent. Perfect statement piece. This thing is great. It is a luxury item. I wore it when I proposed to my fiance. It was very deliberate. I got it that week. I was excited to wear it when I proposed. Snow was on the ground. You know, it was winter. It was cold out. Pea coat. Hair slicked back. Leather shoes, dark jeans, absolutely killing it. That's what this is for. This is the company that kind of vibe. This is to accompany that vibe. Night out, going out to dinner, hanging with people. This can do it all. All right. It's got the Dior Homme DNA, that kind of sophisticated, dry kind of smell to it. I mean, very woody fragrance, just so special. Love it so much. Dior Homme Intense, so good. I will never be without this. Okay, I like it more than the Parfum and the Dior Homme 2020, like leagues better. This is like my style right here. I get a lot of Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé vibes. So like these two do have vibes of each other, right? But this one's way more complex. All right, this is more simple and dark. This is more just complex and just kind of like a lot going on in this one. Definitely nice. I gotta spray a little. Also, Dior's atomizers are just so sick. And there's like a sweet kind of facet, like a vanilla that it dries down with. I love it. There's like a vanilla touch in this. It's just so sick. Love it. There's a sweetness that it dries down into. I'm into it. I got through all the fragrances. Did I? Let's double check. I got them all, baby. So crazy. Got an hour-long list. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 fragrances. That's enough for most months, okay? If I had to say the one that I'm most excited for to wear in the cold weather, like the hype beast of the cold weather, let me just think for 30 seconds. Hype beast, cold weather, can't wait to do it. I can't wait. I can't wait to wear Black Orchid on the weekends. I can't wait to wear it, okay? Definitely. Can't wear this in the heat. I just can't do it. It kills you in the heat. But so nice in the winter air. Gotta love it. For holidays, can't wait to wear Tobacco Vanille. Absolutely. Tom Ford, you're killing it. The cheapies, out of the cheapies, can't wait to wear Club de Nuit Soulage. Man, I can't even wait to wear Purple Haze on a nice cold day. Can't wait to wear that. The way that warms up in the air with this like sexy sweet florals. And of course, Barra Onda from Nasomato. I think that's my final fragrance that I'll present to you here. This is the 30-second fragrance. I always have to include it in my warm weather, in my warm scents for the cold weather, okay? Boozy, gourmand touch, unbelievable. Nasomato, you have my heart with this one. Barrel owned is all me, okay? Cork top. This is like the booziest, finest whiskey fragrance. This is the best whiskey fragrance out of all of them. This is the king of all boozy whiskey fragrances. Even boozy fragrances, the ones that I've encountered, none of them do what this does. Love it so much. Smoky woods kind of thing going on too, like a really nice dense wood smoke with this sweet facet. The sweetness in this is like a gourmand. It's almost like this beautiful kind of. They don't list their notes, so I don't know, but yeah, this is crazy. So good. So good. It's actually like right up my alley. This thing is just me in a bottle. I love it. This is not work safe. I do wear it to work sometimes. It's gonna hang in the air like crazy. It's beast mode. It just sticks to me like and just projects all day. Yeah, it's in the air right now, just like absolutely nuking on me. It's very nice. I definitely love this. And that's the 30-second fragrance. I think I might have missed that. Sorry, guys. Well, good thing I caught it. This is one that I can't wait to smell in the cold air. Like when it's cold outside. I haven't had that chance yet. I've only worn this in like the middle of summer. So this is just going to get better and better as the season cools off. I'm headed towards that season right now. We're not even in September yet, and we had a couple of nice cool days. Reminded me of what is to come. Anyway, I am very excited, guys, for the next phase. The whole YouTube thing that's going on right now, pushing that. I'm getting a lot of love on here. I'm going to keep dropping long form stuff, keep dropping shorts, keep dropping coaching stuff, fragrance stuff. Peace out. Exciting.